I would start with a real story. One of my very close friends was traveling with the South Korean professor in Seoul. And he said to that Korean professor that we belong to a very developing country. We have a lot of challenges. We have a lot of lack of resources. This is why it is very much difficult for us to make sustainable progress in the higher education sector of Pakistan. The Korean looked up, took a breath, and said, if you have a lot of problems, you have a lot of margin to work. You have a lot of margin to grow. My friend came back from South Korea, and after that, this one single sentence changed his life. And the first year of his return from South Korea, he earned a PhD scholarship from HEC, did his PhD from University of Liverpool, United Kingdom, and nowadays teaching in multiple higher rated institutions of Pakistan, and only one of the 4 PhDs in art education in Pakistan. Hi Umar, if you are listening to me, thank you very much for changing our perspective, and you are on as well. Tonight, this evening, I just want to let you know that what actually changed that time when he came back. Circumstances were the same, country was the same, people were the same. It was thinking and the pattern and the story is changed. There are certain prisons in this world which are not made of bricks. They are made of sentences. हम अक्सर पाकिस्तान में कहते हैं हालात ख़राब है, रिसोर्सेज का फुकदान है, मुल्क तारीख के नाजुक दौर से गुजर रहा है. पाकिस्तान में कुछ नहीं हो सकता. एंड पैराडॉक्सिकली दूसरा एक सेंटेंस भी बोलते हैं पाकिस्तान में कुछ भी हो सकता है. These are the stories that we tell ourselves every other day. And the biggest story that we tell to all our youth is, you are the future of this country, including myself. This is the biggest lie that we have always been telling to all of you. You have never been the future of this country. You are the present of this country. You have to live today, in today's world. So these stories that we tell ourselves actually, why? Why we make the stories? We blame circumstances because we don't want to compete. We complain about lack of resources because we give up early. हम हालात का इसलिए शिकायत भी करते हैं क्योंकि हम फेलियर से डरते हैं, हम आगे नहीं निकलना चाहते. और मैं इनके लिए ख़ास वर्ड यूज़ करता हूँ, ग्रंजेस. इसको आपने गूगल कर लेना मेरी टॉक के बाद, कि वी आर लिविंग in this life of grunges, and those grunges actually are potentially making us captive. They're very comfortable. But what is the biggest effect they create on our lives? Is they made us mediocre, and we are not here to be mediocre in our lives. अगर मैं थोड़ा सा तारीख को पीछे ले जाऊँ, तो there are people who have grunges, but they have turned their grunges into a vision. One of the greatest story ever written in the history of humankind was written over 1400 years before by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who did not have enough resources, who did not have conducive environment, but he wrote the story with courage, with patience, and with perseverance. 20 years before, or 10 years before might be, we were talking about Steve Jobs. Today, we are talking about Elon Musk. We are talking about Mr. Walid Iqbal. We are talking about professors like Professor Dr. Najmul Islam. And after 10 to 15 years, we will be talking about any one of you sitting in this room. The reason behind is that the people I've just named, all others like Nelson Mandela, Martin King Luther, Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, they did not believe in the availability of resources, but they believed in the resourcefulness, passion, and will to lead when everyone was complaining. So the question is not कि आप इस मुल्क में क्या कर सकती है या क्या हो सकता है. Question is this कि आप लीडरशिप के किस लेवल तक खुद को आगे लेके जा सकते हैं. और दूसरा बहुत important question, how these people they have seen the world, they have seen the future instead of instant. They have made long-term decisions, and they did not only have built products, but they have built people, beliefs, and institutions, and shaped the history of this world. I am giving you quick 4 thoughts that how the grunges have been turned into vision, the adversity has been turned into opportunity, and the people in the inner circle change the lives of so many, and then how those who preferred the power of action over contemplation have changed the world. Something very, very interesting coming your way. There's a very beautiful concept in psychology that is what we call the wild horse effect. Small bite bats. अफ्रीका की एक कहानी साइकोलॉजी इफेक्ट है कि अफ्रीका में जंगली घोड़ों को जो बैट होती है वो काटती है, they run, they panic, they exhaust and they die. Psychological factors say that it is not always that small bite which actually make the horses kill. Actually it is the reaction towards that one specific act कि वो मर जाते हैं. इसी तरह हमारे साथ ज़िंदगी में भी ऐसे होता है कि sometimes it is not the circumstances or the problems that actually destroy us, but actually it is our reaction which actually kills us in that way. And the second most important thing, how people have turned the adversity into opportunity. If you can just recall, those who have learned history or have gone through it, there was a great plague in 1960 to 65. And 1 year, all the universities were closed down in Europe, including England, and so was the Cambridge. And young Isaac Newton, sir, was sent back to home, and he was forced to work from home. In that 1 year, 1665 and 1666, he invented 3 beautiful things, those which changed the shape of the human science. Number 1, calculus, the principle of calculus. Number 2, optics, prism. And number 3, the foundation of gravity. These are those 3 things that he invented when everyone was there. My point is, circumstances were similar for everyone, but the reaction and the interpretation, it was different for Sir Isaac Newton, and what he gave to the world. Today you are just having all this. And the third most important factor, the people who really want to change themselves and their stories and who want to contribute in this world, they believe in the power of action, not the contemplation. And if I'm not wrong, I would be more than honored to quote Allama Muhammad Iqbal from his personal diary, The Stray Reflections, in which he said, contemplation without action is death. And then I will be talking about, oh my God, my heart is afraid that it will have to suffer. Beautiful lines from Alchemist from Palkhal. My heart is afraid that it will have to suffer, the boy told the alchemist while looking at the moonless sky. Tell your heart that fear of suffering is worse than suffering itself, and that no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams. Power of action. Everything you contemplate, you plan, whatever the things you take up in your life, as long as there is not one step taken, it is not going to happen. And that's what perspective we need to take. And the fourth one, as said by the Les Brown, a famous American motivational speaker, only OQP, the principle of OQP, only quality people. Just analyze that. Who are your friends? आप किनके साथ वक्त गुजारते हैं? Dina Penn said, show me your friends and I will show you your future. अगर आपका सर्कल आपको मीडियोक्रेसी की तरफ लेके जा रहा है, आपको लिफ्ट नहीं कर रहा, आपको एकम्प्लिश नहीं कर रहा, तो you need to change your circle. You need to change your friends. Now, at this situation, what is the way forward? Believe me, दुनिया में कोई भी ऐसा मुल्क, ऐसी सोसाइटी, ऐसा इंडिविजुअल नहीं है जिसकी ज़िंदगी में परेशानियाँ नहीं हैं, जिसकी ज़िंदगी में मसाइल नहीं हैं, हर्डल्स नहीं हैं, रेस्ट्रिक्शंस नहीं हैं, सब कुछ है, लेकिन इन्हीं के साथ ही हमने आगे बढ़ना है. और मैं आपको 2 खूबसूरत इंसानों की तरह के मैसेज जो है वो आपके साथ शेयर करूँगा कि उनमें इतना बड़ा लेसन है कि अगर हम अपना पर्सपेक्टिव चेंज करना चाहें जो अपनी स्टोरी का, तो वो हम इस वक्त भी कर सकते हैं. सबसे पहले हम फराज साहब कि शिकवा जुल्म ते शब से तो कहीं बेहतर था, शिकवा जुल्म ते शब से तो कहीं बेहतर था, अपने हिस्से की एक शम्मा जलाते जाते. And the second one is from the one and only Stephen Hawking. No matter how hard the life seems, there is always something you can do and succeed at in your life. So that is the approach. And the complaining mindset should be rejected away anymore. Whatever the resources you've been given, you have to take up and move on. But there are some other terrible alternates. 4. If you're not going to change your story and change your life, there are 4 very terrible alternates. The first alternate, be the last man, as said by Friedrich Nietzsche, कि जिनका ज़िंदगी में कोई पर्पस है, ना कोई मकसद है और ना कोई डायरेक्शन है, and they are called the last man. Please don't be the last man. The second one, the living clinical psychologist Jordan Peterson, in his famous book, 12 Rules for Life, he says to such people, unauthentic individuals, the people who just live for others. They don't have their own, any motivation, any purpose in their lives. They are the life liars, other word he uses. And the third, as quoted in the previous speaker, Umar Rana was talking about the waiting for Godot. He told that principally story that we are all waiting for Godot. Yes, we are waiting for Godot. But there are two beautiful characters in this play. One is Estragon, the other one is Vladimir. And they have a donkey. And three of us meet every day on a single spot. And they talk about, do we know each other? Have we met before? Have you brought carrots? Estragon, have you brought turnips? This is the small talk. Every day they meet, they're so confused. They're talking about turnips and carrots. Absurd world around us. The people with low thoughts and intellectual suffocation. And they're not ready to make you an accomplished person in your professional and personal life. And the fourth one, the beautiful character created by Pakistani columnist, Wasatullah, Bakshu. अगर किसी ने ये कॉलम नहीं पढ़ा तो आज जाके ज़रूर पढ़िएगा. हर घर में, हर इदारे में, हर ऑफिस में, हर मुल्क में बख्शू होते हैं. वो दुकान पे जा रहा है, क्या लेने जा रहे हो? मैं चीनी लेने जा रहा हूँ. ये मेरा घी पकड़ के लाना. आगे कोई और मिल जाता, किधर जा रहे हो? मैं दुकान पे जा रहा हूँ. क्या लेने जा रहे हो? मैं चीनी लेने जा रहा हूँ. ये मेरी माचिस पकड़ के लाना. वो जब दुकान तक जाता है तो वापसी आते तक उसके पास पूरे मोहल्ले का सामान होता है. The people who only are the guest characters in anybody else's stories or the films. The last man, the unauthentic man, Bakshu, Vladimir, and Estragons. These are the four terrible alternates. If you are today, either at any stage of your life are not going to change your perspective of the situation and make it meaningful living. At that point, we have only two options left, which I'm leaving you with this thought, that either you have to be the last man, unauthentic, Bakshu, Vladimir, or Estragon. The one option. And the second option is that take the charge of your life, be the CEO, and start writing your own stories. Right now, in this evening, I would reiterate that you are not sitting in a common hall. You are sitting in Namal University. The university which has been built on one single belief that talent does not need any privilege to rise. The beautiful mountains of salt range around this university every day reminds us that greatness is not made, it is climbed. So when you leave this hall today and go out to the world you belong, this university and us are giving you a responsibility that don't go back as a guest hero, Mehman Adakar, Estragon, Vladimir, the last man, or Bakshu, but be the master and the hero of your own story, not as a spectator. And make sure whatever the story you write, it must be the best seller. And concluding it on the words of Iqbal, अफलाक से है उसकी हरीफाना कशाकश. Look at the status. आपने बनना क्या है, आपके हमारी वैल्यू क्या है, being crown of creation. अफलाक से है उसकी हरीफाना कशाकश. खाकी है मगर खाक से आज़ाद है मोमिन. Thank you very much.